Yo, what is going on everyone? Guiding Light here, back with another video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can level up the new Solstice armor, which has just come out in Destiny 2. So the Summer Solstice event is back. I'm going to go over all the individual pieces of armor, and I'll show you guys how you can complete some of these challenges here in the Summer Solstice event. So as soon as you guys do get on this week, you will need to go to the tower and start the quest. You're going to start out with a helmet, and they're going to send you into the EAZ activity. You can launch the EAZ activity from right next to Evo Levante, or you can just click on the icon that has been added to the tower. But you're going to see that you're going to need to run through the EAZ activity one time. After you do this, you will get the rest of the armor, and you will unlock the rest of the challenges as well. So you will need to go back to the tower, speak to Evo Levante, and then they're going to have you meditate here in the middle next to the statue, and that's going to unlock the full set of armor. Now, once you have all of the armor unlocked, you do immediately want to put it all on. If you don't have the armor on while you were going out and doing these challenges, they actually will not count. So you do want to make sure that you are wearing the armor at all times in order to make sure that these challenges are tracking for you. Now, each individual piece of gear is going to have its own set of challenges, as you can see here. So some of these challenges might be confusing. You might not know what some of them mean. So we're going to go over all of the pieces, and I'll tell you guys exactly what you need to do for all of them. So we're going to start out with the arms here. So you will need to do 5 strikes while wearing the armor. After that, you need to do Crucible and Gambit. And in case you guys don't know what that symbol means for blank orbs, what that means is you need to be running a solar subclass. So if you take a look at your subclass tree, you'll notice that icon is the exact same as the one that is on the solar classes. So be sure to be running a solar class when going into Crucible or Gambit, and that's how you're going to make sure that those track and count for you. Now you can also just run a solar weapon. So long as it's masterwork, that will count as well. You will also need to open up 10 Solstice packages, and this is one of the longest ones. In order to open up the Solstice packages, you will need to get 15 keys for each package that you want to open. Now, the keys will drop from the EAZ activity, but I do suggest just running your strikes first, as you're going to get the keys from the strikes anyway. So don't waste your time in the EAZ getting the keys there, as it will take a little bit longer. You can knock some of the other ones out, and you'll still be earning keys along the way. So definitely be sure to do some strikes or some public events first, and you should be able to get some keys from that as well. Now, in order to get the actual packages, you will need to be doing EAZ activities, and the more of the objectives that you complete, the faster you're going to get the packages. So at the end of the EAZ activity, there are going to be the chests that spawn in. So depending on how many of the objectives your team completes during the EAZ activity, will make more and more of the chests spawn. So as you guys can see, now that I'm in the EAZ activity, you're going to see at the top left corner there the amount of targets that you neutralized. So if your team can be really fast and neutralize 8 to 10 of the targets before the timer runs out, not only is it going to give you a bigger amount of chests to collect, but it's also going to give you more time to go out and collect them. So as soon as you open up the box, you're going to see about a 7-second timer pop up. And what you want to do is be on the lookout, because as soon as that timer runs out, you're going to see all of these chest icons pop up, but they're only going to pop up for about a split second or two. What you need to do is try to keep track of where those icons pop up, and then run to those areas to try to collect the chests. Now, as soon as you get a little bit closer to the area that the icon pops up in, you will be able to keep it on your minimap, and you'll be able to find it a little bit easier. Now, the more of these boxes that your team picks up, the more packages you're going to get. So if your team is able to pick up, more than 2 of them, you're going to immediately start getting key fragments, and you're going to be getting packages, as you guys can see here. My team is picking up the chests along the way, and even if you don't open up the chest, it's still going to give you the package anyway. So depending on how efficient your team is and how many of these packages you pick up is going to depend on how many of the EAZ activities you need to run. Now, before going into that EAZ activity for the second time though, you may want to take a look at the chest piece, as you may notice that you do need to get some EAZ kills in there. In case you didn't know what that icon was talking about, you will need to get explosive kills while in the EAZ as a solar subclass. So be sure to just throw in a grenade launcher, put on your solar subclass, and you'll be able to knock that challenge out at the same time. We also have the challenge there for void, solar, or arc orbs, so you can do that with any of your weapons. If you have an arc sidearm maybe, or arc weapon, just throw that on as well. Make sure it's masterworked, and you'll be able to drop some orbs with that while you're doing these activities as well. So you can pretty much run any subclass, any weapon, and you just need to make 400 orbs. Now you can do this anywhere. You don't need to do that in the EAZ. So that's something you can pretty much knock out while you're doing your strikes or while you're doing your adventures anyway. But just make sure that you do have a masterworked weapon on, and that way you will begin to start tracking for those challenges as well. After that, you're going to have to do 5 strikes. You're also going to need to do Crucible and Gambit matches while making solar orbs. So if you have a summoner, just put on the summoner, go into some Gambit, maybe even some Crucible. Make sure you have your solar subclass on as well, and you should be able to make a lot of orbs if you're playing Gambit with a masterwork summoner or any other solar weapon. You're also going to need to do 5 public events for the boots. You're going to need to get 50 kills with any super, and then finally you will also need to get 25 kills while in the Crucible. As you can see, it does say Guardians defeated. So be sure to knock these challenges out, and after you do all of them for the blue gear, it's actually going to send you on to the legendary gear, and you're going to have to do some more challenges for that as well. Now, before we do wrap up the video, guys, I want to go over the Solstice packages one more time. So like I said before, in order to actually get these Solstice boxes or the Solstice packages, you will need to run EAZ activities and open the chests at the end. The more chests you open, the more packages you're going to get. Now, in order to actually open up these packages, which is the only way to get the challenge to track, you will need to start getting some of these keys. So as you can see, it's going to take 15 keys for every box. So you're going to need to get about 150 keys to open up all of the 10 packages. So once you do get the 10 packages from the EAZ, I do suggest going and doing some of the strikes or some of the other activities, because once you complete some of those activities, it is actually going to give you the keys anyway, and that way you can actually finish up some of the other challenges at the exact same time. Now that's pretty much it for the video, guys. That's how you're going to level up all of your blue gear. I just wanted to explain what some of those icons meant and how to do it really quick. Now, if any of the challenges are different once I get to the legendary gear, or there's anything confusing there, I'll definitely make another video. But either way, guys, hopefully this helps you guys out to get your Solstice gear leveled up pretty quick, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.